8 out of 6? Sure. Transmission drain and refill. Welcome to Go Far with Brent. I'm Brent. Like I said in the introduction, this is 8 of 6. Well, what it is I hit 40,000 miles. The last series I did was on 35. At 40,000, Harley-Davidson recommends changing the oil in both your primary and your transmission. This video is the transmission. Stay tuned. I'll reposition the camera. We'll take a look. Here we are on the right-hand side of the bike. As you can see, there is the oil fill for both the engine and the transmission. If you remember my video on oil fill, I usually check the fluid level, but I'm not going to this time because I know it's good. I checked it before the camera. But what I am going to do is I'm going to loosen the fill for the engine and using a 3/8 Allen wrench, loosen the fill for the transmission. Pretty simple. Just knock it loose and then you can spin it out the rest of the way with your hand. The reason I take these out is it makes it faster when you drain. So there's a way for air to get in as the oil drains out. So there's the transmission, there's the engine. All right, so here we are back down underneath. If you remember the 35,000 mile oil change video, I talked about there being transmission drain and the engine drain. So if you look, they're close enough to where I can remove both plugs and drain them at the same time into my oil pan. I think you know how it goes when you loosen a drain plug, so I'm not going to try and video record it one-handed like I did last time. Anyway, I'm going to remove these two drain plugs and drain it into the drain pan. All right, I've pulled both the oil and transmission drain plugs. This is the transmission. It's a little fuzzier, I guess you could call it, than I like, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Like the primary, it's not making any strange noises. No signs of premature wear. This is a bike with 40,000 miles, so I'm going to clean it off, replace the O-ring. The engine oil one is perfectly clean. That was 5,000 miles ago. This, I think, was 10. So anyway, we're going to clean it off and reinstall. Now let's go ahead and fill the transmission now that everything is drained. I did put the drain plugs back in and torque them to the proper spec using the torque wrench. As you can see on Princess Fiona, move this up just a skosh, she has this fan. And I installed this fan so that Chris, when she's on the back, doesn't get all the heat directly off of the rear cylinder. What this does, it's mostly for parade use, low speed use, is it blows the hot air down from the rear cylinder. With that in place though, it's actually kind of hard to get to the filler for the transmission. So I have this funnel that has graduated markings on it. So I use this marked to 900 milliliters for refill in the primary. And then I have it marked for 28 ounces, which according to Harley-Davidson is what the transmission takes. So what I'll do is I will fill this to 28 ounces with proper lubrication. In my case, I use Harley-Davidson Sin 3 for all three. So I have a little bit left here. So I'm going to dump this in. There we go. That's what's left over from doing the primary, which I did first. Now I'm going to pour in the rest up to 28 ounces from a fresh container. And make sure you hold this pretty level. This funnel I have has a shut off at the bottom, so I can have it closed. I'll fill exactly to 28 ounces. Then move it out of the way. I just wanted to show you how I fill it. Let's grab the filler, the dipstick, move that out of the way, and I feed the rubber hose down into here. It's a heck of a lot easier than a funnel. Key here is make sure it doesn't get kinked because it will take forever. And then open the bottom. Now we wait. All right, there we have it.
28 ounces in the transmission. We've got the bike on the side stand, so now we will check the transmission fluid level. I just hand tightened it. I didn't use an Allen wrench. One thing to be careful of, this is plastic. It doesn't look plastic from the outside, but it is plastic. So you need to be very careful on when you tighten it up. So I usually just tighten it by hand. There's an O-ring right there, so I don't have to be super particular about having it super tight. Anyway, so I just pulled it out, wiped it off, thread it back in, and we'll check it. All right, there it is all the way in. Bring it all the way back out. Look and see if it's between the full and the add mark. One thing to notice is it's pretty short distance. So as we look, I don't know how well you can see it, but we're below the add. Just at the bottom of the add line. So I'm going to go ahead and add a few ounces. Also, I want to show you why I don't typically use a funnel. See, it doesn't go in very well. But for what we're doing now, I don't want to get out that graduated funnel with the hose and all of that. So I'm just going to add a few ounces and we'll check it again. That's it. Again, we don't want to go too full because then they'll be overfilled. All right, threading it back in until it touches. I had wiped the dipstick off, so this will be our moment of truth. And out it comes. Let's see where we are. Yeah, we are right, how well you can see that. We are right in the middle of the X between full and add. I'm pretty happy with that. So with that, we are done with the transmission fluid change. We're all set. So there you have it. Draining and refilling the transmission isn't very difficult at all. My only issue was I didn't get enough oil in it. I topped it up. What you didn't see on camera is a lot of the oil that I poured through that funnel missed the hole and made a big mess underneath the bike. But she's topped up to where she should be, good for another 5,000 miles. If you liked today's video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I always need more subscribers. Hit the bell, you'll be notified of more content. And as always, thanks for watching. Go far with Brett.